Today we will start with trigonometry. The word trigonometry is actually a combination of three words. First is tri, which means three, gono, which means angle, and metri means measurement. So triangle measurement. From that means from the name itself we understand that it has something to do with triangles. Basically, it deals with right angled triangle. As you can see in the screen, it's a right angled triangle. That is, one of its angle is equals to 90 degree. Okay. Now, in a triangle there are three different sides, isn't it? But for a right angled triangle, the three different sides have specific name. The side opposite to 90 degree is called the hypotenuse. You see, hypotenuse is the side opposite to 90 degree. The side opposite to 90 degree is called the hypotenuse. And the other two sides are called perpendicular and base. But this perpendicular and base depends on the angle of reference. Now, what do you mean by angle of reference? The meaning of angle of reference is that you are finding trigonometrical ratios with respect to a certain angle. Trigonometrical ratio has to be with respect to a certain angle. That particular angle is called angle of reference. Okay, now see in the diagram I have taken angle C to be the angle of reference. Okay, angle C is the angle of reference. Now hypotenuse you have understood. Now what is perpendicular? It is the side opposite to the angle of reference. Now the angle of reference is C. So the side opposite to C is AB. So here AB is the perpendicular. Okay, and base is the side adjacent to the angle of reference. Now this is the angle of reference. AC and BC are the two sides that is adjacent to the angle of reference, but AC is hypotenuse. So which one is left? BC. So BC is the base. So I hope you have understood the meaning of hypotenuse, perpendicular, and base. Perpendicular and base depends on the angle of reference. If the angle of reference change, then the perpendicular and base will also change. But hypotenuse will always remain the same. Okay, it is the side opposite to 90 degree. Now, this angle of reference I have named here it is C. I can give various names. Now, see the notations that can be given to the angle of reference is theta. This is theta symbol. This is phi. This is alpha. This is beta. This is gamma. This is delta, and so on. There are many notations with which we can denote the angle of reference. Okay. Now, the uh, chapter is trigonometrical ratios. Now, what are the different ratios? The ratios are sine, but while writing, we will write SIN sine. Okay. The second one is cosine. We will write cos. Then tangent. We will write tan. Cotangent, that is cot. Secant, that is sec, and cosecant, that is cosec. Okay, these trigonometrical ratios cannot be written only alone. We will have to write these trigonometrical ratios with the angle of reference. Say sine C, where C is the angle of reference. Cos C, where C is the angle of reference. Okay. Now in this chapter there are certain formulas you will have to memorize. Okay. The first formula is of sine. Now see in this diagram I have taken C to be the angle of reference. You see, and I have named C as theta. Okay, I have named C as theta. So sine C or sine theta, you can write it anyways. Okay, if two names are given. The formula of sine C is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Now here, what is the perpendicular? The side opposite to the angle of reference is AB. So it will be AB. And hypotenuse is the side opposite to 90 degrees. So the side opposite to 90 degrees is AC. So it's AB by AC. Okay. Now the second one is cos C. The formula is base by hypotenuse. Okay. Then tan C. The formula is perpendicular by base. Then we have cot C. The formula is base by perpendicular. Then we have sec C. The formula is hypotenuse by base. And the last one is cosec C. The formula is hypotenuse by perpendicular. I hope you have understood. These 6 formulas you will have to memorize. And keep in mind the value of perpendicular and base depends on the angle of reference. Here the angle of reference is C. That's why this is perpendicular and this is base. Now, if the angle of reference becomes A, this will become perpendicular and this will become base. I hope it is clear.